The well-known anti-Wal-Mart group Wal-Mart Watch held court with analysts in New York today, releasing a new consumer poll on the retail giant. Our chief Washington correspondent John Harwood covered that event. He joins us now from New York City with the details. John.
Michelle, we're entering a new phase of this campaign against Walmart after spending more than 2 years calling attention to the warts of this public company. Wal-Mart Watch, this watchdog group, today came to Wall Street and released the results of survey data that they say show that they're having an effect on the company's reputation. Now, Walmart, of course, has said that their critics are having a negligible effect on the company. And in this survey, the Walmart Watch acknowledges that there is some good news for Walmart in the big picture. Consider this. 71% of the American people view Walmart favorably. 70% say they shop there at least once a month. But Walmart Watch says those favorable numbers are down from 2 years ago, and that could have an effect in particular on changing the behavior of some people who shop at Walmart. Consider this. 11% say they now shop at Walmart less often than they used to. 9% say they buy less than they used to. 1% have stopped shopping altogether. And that's most important among some of the target audiences that are key to Walmart's growth. We see that 51% of those who haven't shopped much at Walmart make over $50,000 a year. Affluent shoppers say that their view of Walmart has gotten more negative over the past year. 38% of urban opinion elites, Walmart wants to go into cities, and 31% of investors. And Liz and Michelle, that's the bottom line. This group is trying to put financial pressure on this company, try to force them to change their practices on wages, healthcare, and the environment.
And John, we can assume that we can believe this survey even though it was paid for by Walmart?
It was done by a very reputable survey research firm, West Hill Partners, but you always have to take research with a grain of salt depending on the interests of the group that sponsored it. Got it.
John Harwood. All right, more on Walmart and the court of public opinion. Is the big box retailer good or bad for America? Here to discuss, David Nassar is executive director of Walmart Watch, and Wendell Cox, co-author of The Walmart Revolution, How Big Box Stores Benefit Consumers, Workers, and the Economy. Folks, thanks for being here. David, let me start with you. Is your survey, 71% of the respondents view Walmart favorably. 70% of them shop there once a month. I mean, what's not to like in that for Walmart?
Well, what we think is perhaps most interesting out of the study is that resistance to shopping at Walmart today seems to be more clearly tied to the company's policies than it was in 2005. Specifically, 2 out of 5 of the people who say that they rarely or never shop at the company say they take that action because of the company's policies. And when you look at where it might be trending in the future, 27% of people overall say they view the company more negatively today than they did in 2005. And when you look specifically at some key target demographics for the company, women who make more than $50,000, for instance, those target demographics are particularly likely to say that they rarely or never shop at the company.
Right, as John mentioned. Wendell, let me
policies.
get to you. The number is still high in terms of favorability, but the trend is in the wrong direction.
Well, I mean, think about the fact that Walmart is bigger than the Swedish economy and grew last year by 10%. I mean, the survey itself, and I had not seen anything about the survey until your description of it just a few moments ago, indicated that the loss of confidence really had to do with urban elites and higher income people. The fact is Walmart is an enormous force for good, especially in the low income community. You think about the 25 million people households in this country that fall into the low income classifications, and the fact that some studies have shown that where Walmart supercenters or Target supercenters or similar big box stores exist, they can save as much as a quarter of their annual grocery bill by shopping there. And the other stores in the markets do better, provide lower prices as a result of the competition.
David, you don't buy that Walmart makes life a heck of a lot more affordable?
Well, I think that this is about the company's perceptions. You know, when you compare with Target, for example, whereas Walmart was being viewed more negatively at a rate of 27%, Target is being viewed more negatively at a rate of 11%.
What's wrong with perceiving? Why is there so much negative focus on certain aspects of Walmart? Why isn't it positively perceived that they've helped lower prices for Americans across the country?
Well, this is a survey. This is just about the numbers. This is what the people are telling us. This is not our perceptions of the audience.
And the number. Excuse me.
The poll was conducted by a very credible source, West Hill and Dr. Jeff Levine, and the numbers seem to indicate what you've been reporting.
Wendell?
Well, I was just going to say that the numbers that count are the numbers of people that go to shop there and the numbers of dollars that are spent there. I mean, you think about it today. Walmart has 1.5 million employees almost in this country. It has 7,000 stores around the world. It sold about $350 million worth of goods, $350 billion worth of goods last year, and that was up $30 billion from the previous year. So, I mean, well, one might argue about what are the perceptions out there. The bottom line doesn't look that bad.
And David, what do you guys want from Walmart?
Well, first of all, I want to say that the bottom line is concerning for the company. While those favorability numbers overall, as you mentioned, were good, 8% of people view the company, are less likely to say they view the company in a strongly favorable way than overall.
Okay, and they should do what? What do you want from them?
What we want from the company is to have a serious conversation about their workers, about the health care benefits, about the way they affect communities. What we think the company should not do is continue to invest millions of dollars in spying on their shareholders, in spying on the press, and in engaging in a war room to try to counter their critics.
What do you want? You want higher wages? You want higher benefits? What?
Of course we want the company to pay higher wages, and of course we want the company to make sure that their employees are covered by affordable, quality health care.
Wendell, did they not do a good job on that front?
The point is,
and we want the company, and we want to make sure that the company pays their legitimate tax bills to the states. At the moment, Walmart consistently passes off the costs of their health care onto the state taxpayer, and at the moment they're being investigated by several states for dodging their legitimate state tax bills.
The point is, I think that, you know, oh, I'm sorry. You asked me a question, and now I forgot it because David interrupted me. Sorry about that.
What does Wendell? Does Walmart not pay or give enough benefits?
No. You know, the fact is, if Walmart didn't exist, it would have to be invented. The fact is that if you go and force the prices at Walmart up by paying more than market wages, more than market benefits, you're going to open the market for less expensive competition down the road. It is the duty. I did not interrupt you, David. It is the duty of a company to its shareholders and to its consumers to find ways to charge the lowest possible prices within the constraints of the law that it can. And Walmart does that very well. And if Walmart Watch and the like should be successful in forcing them to raise their prices, believe me, there are going to be others in the market.
Gentlemen?
This is a company with $11 billion in profit, and Business Week reported in January that if they had a reputation the equivalent of Target, it would mean $16 billion in increased capitalization on their stock. So to say that the kinds of policies that we're discussing would only have ramifications in terms of increased prices is to ignore the fact that what these numbers are indicating is that Walmart is facing serious challenges down the road as a result of these policies.
You buy that?
The fact is that the bottom line is not the reputation coming out of some ad hoc survey. I don't care how much you spent on it. The bottom line is profits and volumes and low prices to consumers, because that's what it's all about.
All righty, David Nassar and Wendell Cox. I know we could go on, and I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, gentlemen, both very well spoken in your opinions. And that brings us to our CNBC.com question of the day. How can Walmart quiet its critics? Matt M. of Texas says Walmart's critics are doing a disservice to Walmart employees. The answer is a much more aggressive PR program that counters the charges of the critics. But Edwin Z. says Walmart needs more critics to keep it in line to protect our economy.